Hey folks, and welcome to another video of mine. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the new FPS boost on the Gears of War Ultimate Edition. Now this game takes about 44.6 gigabytes of your storage, so whether you store it on the internal or the external storage is your choice. In terms of the compatibility options, it does come along with both the auto HDR and the FPS boost as well. So really excited to take a look at this game and also share my experience with you folks as to how it impacts the visual fidelity of the game and how it positively impacts the gameplay as well. So let's get started. Okay, now speaking of the game, this game when it came out, it was way ahead of its time, you could say, because it looked absolutely fabulous way back then. So with the FPS boost, it kind of positively impacts the game, and the game has really aged very well. As you can see, visually it's still stunning. I mean, it's a great game to look at, whether it's your level design, whether it's your character designs, whether it's your weapons. I mean, every single thing has a lot of detailing in it. And even when Marcus sprints, the camera kind of switches over and it has this found footage kind of a feel to it. So it's quite nice. I mean, it was very different when it came out, and it kind of led a lot of games to follow in its footstep when it comes to the game dynamics. So it was kind of a trendsetter, you could say.
One more. All right.
And again, in terms of the visuals, it does not disappoint you. If you've not played this game, it's the best time to pick it up and go along with it. I mean, I remember completing the first and the second Gears of War, but I actually did not play the third Gears of War, unfortunately. I then jumped over to the fourth Gears of War, completed that, and then did not play the fifth Gears of War completely. I mean, I kind of completed it, say about 60-65%, and did not get a chance to complete that. But hey, overall, I've had a great time playing the Gears series. I think it has a very nice, linear, cohesive storyline. Nothing, I mean, extravagant when it comes to its story, and not out of the box. So I think you don't really have to think very hard when it comes to understanding what this game is all about. The storyline is pretty straightforward. In fact, I'm not going to talk about it much. I would rather have you play it and enjoy it and kind of experience the story as well. Now, the thing that a lot of gamers will appreciate is the fact that there's a nice balance of cutscenes and gameplay. So it's not like a game which is overloaded with cutscenes, because sometimes a gamer might not enjoy that, his gameplay getting affected. So this is one which has a lot of gameplay over the cutscenes, I think, especially the first couple of ones. I'm not so sure about the third one, but the first couple of ones definitely. And I don't know if you can see the particle effects. I mean, it still looks fabulous. It just is brilliant. Even the lighting. And look at that smoke. Look at that fire.
Nice.
It's full of these cheesy lines.
Nice. You don't want to know.
I mean, Marcus Phoenix is, like, you could say, kind of reminds me of Vin Diesel from the Fast and the Furious series. Has those cheesy lines, those one-liners where he'll just come into the room and say something stupendously funny, but in a very serious way.
Marcus, grab the
like
grenade.
what we just experienced. Nice.
Got him.
There was nothing nice about that. And I'm not sure if you're noticing the lighting of this game. Very, very good. In fact, I mean, the flames and even the gunshots. Look at the effect that it has around the gun. When it flares up when you're shooting. I hadn't played it for a long time, so starting again. All right. The thing is, it starts from here, but hey, at least you get to experience this part along with me. And again, look at those effects, especially the fire. It's really quite something, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Again, oh yeah.
Shit, the time security door. Gonna have to hit the button.
I mean, the dialogue, especially for Marcus Phoenix, but you kind of enjoy it. Nice. Again,
What the hell's
it's
been
2
going on
times
in
now,
this prison?
twice as nice.
You don't want to know.
So it kind of loaded up from the last
grenade.
checkpoint. That's where I'd actually
Got him.
kind of died. So here we are again. Again, take a look at this level. There's such a lot of detailing. So quite a lot actually went into making this game back then. Now, of course, technology has advanced quite a lot. So there's a lot of automation, even when it comes to how you actually program your games, etc. But way back then, they did an excellent job with this game development. I mean, look at the fire. I don't know if you're taking a look at that. When the grenade went off, the smoke. And again, it's those particle effects as well. Every single thing. I think it's running at 1080p on the Xbox Series S.
I'm out.
But the 60 FPS makes such a huge difference. I mean, it was so smooth that for me, after playing it, after such a long gap, you could say, in the beginning, it was kind of counterproductive because it's so smooth that I was missing the mark. Because I was used to, playing it in the previous, format. And that too, now that I'm playing it in 60 FPS, man, it's extremely smooth. And you have to experience this to understand, what the smoothness is like. So the 60 FPS, boy, oh boy, it makes a difference. And again, that sprinting, that camera, it's like a moving camera. It moves. And again, I'm just surprised, taking a look at this game after a long time. But look at it. I mean, it's brilliant. This entire arena, this place, this level, it's been designed so well. And as the other guys, they're kind of breaking into this level. Man, look at that smoke, that dusty smoke. Wow. Shoot.
Get up.
Super smooth, guys. Super smooth.
Let's get out there.
It makes such a big difference, the 60 FPS. I mean, that's why I just love what the Xbox does with some of its games. I know, there are going to be a lot of fanboys maybe out there, and they'd say that, hey, there are only limited games on the Xbox Series S. Well, I don't mind the limited games as long as, they've been made well. And in this case, the Gears, it's kind of sad that it's slowly been forgotten and not a lot of talk around this game. But hey, I personally feel this game is brilliant. And I think they should revive and, kind of do something a little different if they do intend to continue with the franchise. But hey, I really enjoy the games on the Xbox Series, especially with the FPS boost. The FPS boost makes a world of difference. And I'm no fanboy, I have both the PS4 Pro and I have an Xbox Series S as well. I personally still feel that some of the exclusives are definitely better on the PlayStation. But some of the Xbox first party, you could say exclusives like Gears, it was from Microsoft Studios back then. Now it's the Xbox Game Studios.
Marcus, we've got to move to the Raven now.
But I mean, just look at it. It is excellent. Just superb. Even the cutscenes. I mean, no way does this game it looks like it's over a decade old. It does not look like it's a decade old.
Welcome to Delta Squad.
Over a decade, in fact.
Where are we going?
Embry Square.
Wow.
Colonel Hoffman's waiting for us.
Hoffman.
The characters had these, chunky designs, with those broad very well defined jaw lines. Even if you look at, Marcus Phoenix.
Wow, cool.
By the way, I think, Dave Batista, he would play an excellent Marcus Phoenix. I think there were talks of him playing a live action, version of Marcus Phoenix as well. It would have been great if he had a Gears movie along with Dave Batista as Marcus Phoenix in it. Let me know, what your thoughts are as far as, that casting goes. I think he would do a great job. I think he looks like Marcus Phoenix.
Aside. Lieutenant, I've got good news.
But again, everything, just look at everything. There is no sign of this game being so old. It's aged like fine wine, and the FPS boost just adds to the visual fidelity and the overall gameplay. It makes a huge impact. Now I know that when I like something about a game, I just keep raving about it the entire video. But that's how good it is. So, I do want to make a point that the FPS boost definitely makes a difference. And again, it's not taking sides between Xbox and PlayStation, but for Xbox to do this for its gamers, I think it's a very, very big positive step. Now, the bad news is that this was the last set of games, that will receive the FPS boost, especially, coming from the older gen, which is the Xbox 360 or the original Xbox game. So there will no longer be any FPS boost as far as those generations go. So kind of sad there, but also glad that they did support this as long as they could. So there are a lot of great titles, I mean, Assassin's Creed also lately got a boost, an FPS boost. The original, the first Assassin's Creed, not the Ezio collection, not part 2 or the Revelations, etc. But the first part also got an FPS boost. I'd be interested to check that out as well. Do let me know in the comment section if you want me to make a video on that. I'd be very happy to, because I love the Assassin's Creed series as well. Just like, I love Gears. Someday, hopefully, I'll get to play the third part as well. And again, when it switches over to the gameplay, the smoothness, look, I mean, especially, when you move that camera around, wow, it is so smooth.
Get up those stairs. Alpha's waiting.
And especially when you sprint, you can make out that difference, that 60 FPS impact. Just look at the level design. I mean, look at the sky, look at, those things floating in the air, the trees, the textures, on the stone texture, even the vegetation, like the trees, the grass. There's a bit of a mosaic pattern on the floor as well. I don't know if you have noticed, but man,
okay, man, here we go.
It's a very detailed game. I mean, it's quite something, I mean, to look at. Even today, that's how good this game is. So just skipping over to this part. All right, yeah. Well, again, it's so smooth that the crosshair, I was finding it a little difficult, but I later on got a hang of it. So it does take time, for you to adjust, because generally I play in quality mode. I like the resolution, but hey, I do appreciate the fact that these extra frames make a difference when it comes to shooters like this. I've always said this in all my videos, that if you're playing a first-person shooter or even a third-person shooter like this, the extra frame rates definitely help. Because this game is not loaded with cutscenes. So it is telling a story, but it's not got that narrative approach, where every other minute, you're gonna break into a cutscene. So there's more gameplay here as you progress through the game. So for a game like this, man, the FPS boost definitely matters. And let me know in the comment section, if you have been able to, get your hands again on this. I mean, in the sense, it's on Game Pass anyways, you don't even have to pay anything extra for this. I mean, just download it, just experience this with the FPS boost, because it makes such a lot of difference.
Marcus, flank left.
It just breathes life into the game. And it's like, looking at this game with a new pair of eyes. That's how good the FPS boost for this particular game really is. And I don't know, how they kind of, managed to tackle, aliasing issues, etc. But I hardly see anything. I mean, I am playing this on the Xbox Series S. I'm playing it on a 4K television. Of course, the 4K television also upscales the video or the quality. So this is upscaled 4K. Boy, it is smooth, man. Whoa. Still struggling with the crosshair, but like I said, I did get the hang of it later on. I don't generally play, shooters. Gears was, you could say, an exception. I do want to, go back and play Binary Domain as well. I never was able to play that game. Even Binary Domain, by the way, got an FPS boost. So if you think that, it would make up for a good video, I think it was inspired by Gears. So if you think, it would make a good video, then do let me know in the comment section if you want to watch the Binary Domains gameplay video. If I get a lot of requests, I'd be happy to, kind of download it, because it is a paid game. It's not on the Game Pass, so I'll have to pay for it. I'll have to download it and then share my experience of the overall gameplay. But just take a look at this game. I mean, it is brilliant. I'm just, kind of moving around from one point to the other just to show you, as I pan the camera from here to there, you kind of get an experience, an idea, not exactly an experience, I'm sorry, but an idea as to how good and how smooth that 60 FPS really is. And again, the level design is simply superb. On my Xbox Series S, by the way, I did not experience any frame drops. It was a smooth 60 FPS. So no frame drops, no tearing, nothing. And clubbed with my television, I did experience any ghosting as well. So there was no ghosting. It is crystal clear. Everything is sharp. And look at that gun, look at the weapon. And again, the particle effects, when he shoots, those sparks coming off the gun. Such a lot of detailing. Whoa. And I don't know if, this is something that you notice, but even the flame, it has yellow, orange, and blue. So, there's kind of this variation in color, even when it comes to the flame that is coming out of the gun. Incredible. I mean, that's the kind of detailing that's in the game. And look at that, mosaic type of flooring here. I think it looks outstanding. And the sky, the clouds, the buildings in the background, it kind of gives you an idea of the draw distance as well. I'm sorry, I haven't really spoken about it. We are almost coming to the end of, this video, but the draw distance is also, pretty good. And it's all because of that extra 60 FPS. Somehow, the extra frames makes the game look comparatively better. I'm just panning the camera so that you get an idea as to how good this game looks. Just slowly panning it, just to give you a feel. And if you have an HDR television, you're actually going to enjoy the HDR on your television as well, because this also comes along with auto HDR, as we saw at the start of the video. So it's not just an FPS boost, it also comes along with auto HDR. So you can actually enjoy the HDR content.
No sign of resonator.
Roger that, Delta. Keep looking.
Oh man, this is superb. I mean, the light bouncing off of Marcus Phoenix's, you could say, armor. Incredible. I mean, incredible. So do let me know, what you feel about this game. I mean, if you haven't already downloaded it, what are you waiting for? It's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass Ultimate subscription, then I would highly recommend. If you have never played this game, please do. I highly recommend it. And even if you've played it in the past without the FPS boost, trust me, the FPS boost makes a world of a difference. So I would definitely recommend that you download this game again and kind of experience the 60 FPS boost that this game has received on the Xbox Series S and also on the X. And even in the gameplay, you may have noticed that there were not a lot of cutscenes. So it's an out and out gameplay kind of an experience that you get with Gears. That's what, drew a lot of people to this game. So if you're one of those people, who like a lot of gameplay instead of, cutscenes breaking in every other minute, you are definitely going to enjoy Gears. I'm speaking as if, you've never played this game. So if you're new to Xbox, if you haven't played Gears, now is the best time for you to pick this up and play it on your Xbox Series S or X. Now, do let me know about the Binary Domain or the Assassin's Creed game as well, because, if I get a lot of requests, I will download that. Those are paid games. I'll download it and, kind of make a video maybe next week or so. And let me know about the frequency of the games as well, in the sense these gaming videos. I try to put out one video every week. I do it in both my local language, which is Hindi and English. So and I edit all these videos myself. There's nobody who helps me editing these videos. So that therefore I would say that your love and support, it has definitely mattered a lot to me. It's made me cross 4,000 subscribers lately, and I'm really thankful for that from the bottom of my heart. And this is the part where I tell you that if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, then now's the time that you hit that like and subscribe button. And also share this video with your friends and family members. In case your friends, family members are into gaming, then this is the kind of content that I put out on my channel. So you can support my channel by hitting that like, subscribe, and also the bell icon. Because in case I get another video released, you get a notification that I have released a new video of mine. Well, do let me know your comments as well as to what you feel about this gameplay experience. Now, I've tried to show you as much gameplay as possible in say about 20 to 21 minutes.
What do you think?
And I try to do that with my other videos as well. So let me know if you in particular want some gameplay. I'm happy to make that. But for this video, it's a wrap for this one, and I'll see you folks in the next one. Until that time, folks, I'd say take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all.